Michael, you've got to say Dick Smith is making a fair point here. Labor's argument that nuclear power would be too expensive, yet not adding into the conversation the cost of their so-called green dream.
Yeah, look, Graham's right. Labor have had an ideological objection to the mining industry ever since I was at university from 1975 onwards. They hate the mining companies. They've just got this blinkered view of anything that's taken out of the ground. It's this old sort of caveman view of the world, as Graham basically says. I've just come back from Europe. France to get 70% of their energy from electricity from nuclear power. The whole world's basically increasing their store of nuclear power, and Australia looks very backward when we're trying to rely on wind and solar. When nuclear basically is the fuel of the future. And so, yeah, I mean, will Albo do that, Graham? I don't think so. But you're right. They're looking very backward. But
you've got to remember, Michael, we're not relying on wind and solar. We're still relying on coal. I mean, that's the real tragedy. Most of the power in Australia comes from coal.
That, Graham.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
The bad word coal. But you're right. I mean, the energy transition is happening completely back to front. We're racing now to shut down these coal-fired power plants. No surprises that the life of Eraring has been extended. I mean, what does that tell you? That we're desperate to keep the lights on in this country. Now, look, businesses have come out today warning the government's cap on foreign students could cripple the country's higher education sector and deliver a lasting blow to the economy. That's according to the Business Council of Australia chief Brand Black. He said that international students were being used as a red herring in the housing affordability debate. Michael, do you agree with this? I mean, we've got record migration numbers, record number of students. It's fair to say something has to be done, right?
No, I don't agree with him at all. But you know, big business, the BCA, etc., unions, they're for a big Australia. They want more immigration, more people here. A bigger population means that business can sell more things. So they're generally in favour of a big Australia. But look, if you have 160,000 houses built last year and 600,000 people come into the country, that doesn't quite add up. And so, of course, you need to put a cap or reduce the student intake. I mean, Sydney University gets almost half its students who are from overseas. Almost half. I mean, it won't be that in the future because Sydney Uni's so badly discredited now because of its, allowing this sort of Jewish hatred to permeate the university. So its reputation internationally has been trashed. But generally speaking, you've got to cut the number of immigrants and people coming to the country because there's a limited housing stock.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, I've said this for a while now. It's becoming acute vote-driving issue because people are really struggling and we can't get Australians into households right now. Graham, what do you make of what big business have said here? A red herring. Is that a fair enough assessment?
Yeah, probably. I think it's somewhere near right. I mean, look, I just don't think any government has ever properly faced our housing problem. That's the real difficulty. They build a few houses, but they've never looked at those numbers and said, right, we are pathetically behind. We need to just dramatically build this up. We need to really do something that is historically much, much greater than anything we've ever done. Well, I haven't heard that kind of language from any politician, Liberal or Labor.
No, fair enough. Look, we're almost out of time, but I just want to go to the UK quickly, where former Prime Minister Boris Johnson has put his differences with Rishi Sunak aside, joining the campaign in a last-ditch attempt to help the British Prime Minister. Michael, do you think that Rishi Sunak realistically has any chance, even with Boris Johnson's help?
Well, I was in London on Saturday and read all the papers and talked to a lot of people. Rishi Sunak has zero chance of winning. Yeah.
And Graham, very quick last comment from you.
Well, I think he's got less than that.
There you go. We're all on the same page then. Easy, quick and easy. Graham Richardson, Michael Kroger, thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you both on.